on WEFM. WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Cut I can't cut you into a penny can't buy your shoe. Hey! Hey, I love this rhythm, you know. All right. So good morning, folks. We are back with you for another Activated Mornings program, and we are in our commentary segment. And already on the line, we have Mr. Kingsley Defreitas. Kingsley, good morning to you.
Morning. Thank you for having me. I couldn't make it yesterday because I was a little bit I was just out of it. Yeah. Hey, what happened, right? I am originally from the Function Billy area, and the people in that area, like Curtis King and Ashaka Cupid, they are closely related. People would know that Ashaka Cupid and Curtis are cousins. Okay.
Kashaka.
Yeah, Kashaka. Right, right. I try to say that the people in our area are quite close to one another. We had Keith Miller, who was once a commissioner. We had Elvis Bagabong, was assistant superintendent. We had Pampa, and we had recently now Magistrate Colin John. And recently we have just lost a police officer who retired a couple of years ago, quite a few years ago, but still had a level of influence. His name was Aldrich Wright. I think he's a very good friend of Stanley Myers, okay? That's most I will say about that part. But people love Mr. Wright and Mrs. Wright because he was a very disciplinarian police. So let me tell you, this policeman used to take at least 15 minutes just to pick his shoes. Shine like a glass in. You could ask your mom how them shoes will be shining long time. And it have police officers who will say that Mr. Wright was a very hard person. Hard because he was very strict and he was a disciplinarian. I know it has police who listen will say he gave them a hard time, but they will tell you the hard time he gives them pass, he make them a better police officer today. And I could call a lot of police officers who work under Mr. Wright and will say, oh, your neighbor is something else. But today I am better off because of the level of discipline that Mr. Wright. And it's have another one named Mr. Williams, live just behind Mr. Wright. Other police officers will know his ill name as Flower Elbow. And that's just what I identify them who tell you could speak to the level of discipline that Mr. Williams and Mr. Wright had. And that is why I didn't call yesterday, because I was a bit overwhelmed by the passing of Mr. Wright, because he is a close neighbor. You could stay in our yard this Sabbath and touch their house, as to tell you how close they are to us. And I really felt a little bit discomforted yesterday when I learned that he passed. And I mean, he has retired for quite a long time, but he kept with the people. His son is currently employed at Vinlec as the second force, referring to Ricky Wright. He has a sister who has a doctorate in education. She's employed in Barbados, and he has a sister. The people who come from the area with her right name is we call her Oslin. When they say Oslin, the people who grew up in the area will know exactly who I am. And her mother, which was Mr. Wright's wife, was a teacher, and she retired quite a few years, but still kept in the area with communicating with her church. So the loss in the area is big, and I decided to take my commentary and pay tribute to the Wright family and extend my deepest condolences to them, because I know of the impact that he had on police lives and people in general in St. Vincent and Grenadines, especially in the Franklin area. I know he associated himself shortly with the NDP as somebody who signed off on the candidate process and because you have to have at least 5 persons, so he has some level of influence in the constituency where he deceased from, so I just decided to take some time off to spend some time speaking about the life and the impact that Mr. Wright had on St. Vincent, and especially at the Royal St. Vincent and Gurney's Police Force. But you're probably too young to know him, but your mom or your grandmother will probably hear about a police officer who had extreme exploits on the landscape as policing. Because like I mentioned, Keith Miller worked with him, Elvis Bagabron, and the last person who had some level of influence on Colin John was Mr. Wright. Because even though Mr. Wright was not in the police force over 20 years now, he still finds time to communicate with people, and what he did, he encouraged young men to be a part of the police force. And today, some of the young men who are reaching places like Station Sergeant, we call him Sergeant, now he's Assistant Commissioner. Buju, I actually see him in the area yesterday, and Buju could tell you about the impact that Mr. Wright had on his life today. Buju is now the Assistant Commissioner of Police in St. Vincent and Gurney. And it's good to see you guys having fun on a Friday, and thank you for having me, and I'll see you right here on Monday, okay?
All right, no problem. Okay, before you run off, Kingsley, we're just going to express our condolences to you. I can hear it in your voice. I pick up certain things in your voice. So my condolences to you. But one of the things I think that helps me to cope with the passing of persons is just remembering the good times that you shared with them. And for you, you've given us information in terms of the impact that he's had not only in your life, but in the life of other officers and the nation by extension. So, if it's a comfort, just to hold on to the good memories, right?
Yes, I really appreciate that, because let me tell you something. When you have a father and you have a father figure, Mr. Wright was a father figure to almost every single person in the area, and people will miss him. And I am hoping that I could go to the funeral whenever it is come together to see the impact it had on us, because I'm expecting to see people from all sorts of life at that particular funeral, and I plan to spend some time to reach out to people and ask them what sort of impact he had on their life, and just to make sure that his life was really, really well. Because I tell you something, if you knew him, but I don't know if you know his son. His son who works at Vinnick, his son is called Ricky, and he is a wonderful person. And like I tell you, Tony Myers is a very good friend of the family, and Tony Myers could speak to the value of Mr. Wright. Have a wonderful day. See you guys on Monday.
All right, take care, Kingsley. All right. All right, so by extension, we are also expressing our condolences to the family of Mr. Ricky Wright. We had him on the program late last year, one of the persons from Finlec, when we did that conversation on conservation, etc. So he was also part of the program then. So condolences to all the family and friends, community, police force by extension, everyone else who is mourning the loss of Mr. Wright at this time.
Yeah.
All right, this is a circle of life, folks. It's a circle of life. You rejoice when your grandchild is born, and your grandchild most times should be crying when you pass, so that is how it is with life. And it's just maybe something that we're not quite prepared for, but we know that it is going to happen at some point in time, that we're all going to pass away. But it's the mark that you leave with persons, the things that you do while you're still here, that would indicate how much you will be missed and remembered. All right, so.
Correct.
All righty, so let's actually maybe not. Let's head on out of this segment at this time, and then we'll be back with more commentary after it as we continue our Activated Mornings program here on WEFM.